Hey friend, imagine this for a second. It's the 15th of the month, you just got paid that solid $80,000 a year salary in the USA, and you open your banking app feeling pretty good about yourself. You worked hard, you climbed the ladder, and now life should finally feel easier, right? But then reality hits like a cold splash of water. Rent or mortgage already took a huge bite, the grocery bill from last week is still sitting there unpaid, your car insurance auto-drafted, and before you know it, you're staring at a balance that's barely enough to cover the next 2 weeks of gas, takeout, and that one unexpected doctor visit. You scroll through your feed and see friends talking about vacations or new gadgets, and you think, how are they doing it? I make decent money, why does it feel like I'm still one bad week away from stress? Sound familiar? You're not imagining it. This is the hidden trap of living paycheck to paycheck on 80 grand a year in America, and it's way more common than anyone admits. Picture Sarah, a 32-year-old marketing coordinator in Austin, Texas. She makes exactly $80,000, single, no kids, and she thought the same thing when she got her promotion last year. Finally, she told herself, I can breathe. Fast forward 6 months, she upgraded her 1-bedroom to a nicer 2-bedroom because I deserve the space. Started ordering DoorDash 3 times a week instead of cooking, and signed up for that fancy gym membership with the sauna because all her coworkers were doing it. Now, payday comes, and by day 18 her account is scraping the bottom. She lies awake at night wondering where the money went. Or take Mike in Chicago, a software guy pulling the same salary. He drives a reliable Honda but traded it in for a shiny new SUV with all the tech bells and whistles because commutes suck less now. Add in the higher insurance, the monthly parking in the city, and those weekend trips to escape the grind, and suddenly his paycheck evaporates faster than morning coffee. This isn't about being irresponsible. It's not about blowing money on wild parties or luxury watches. It's the quiet, everyday choices that feel totally normal, and that's exactly why they sneak up on you. If you're watching this and nodding along, wondering how on earth someone earning a solid middle-class income in the USA can still feel broke, stick with me. Because today we're pulling back the curtain on the real reason this happens, the sneaky psychology that tricks your brain every single time, and the simple mindset shift that can finally get you off this endless treadmill. Let's start with the biggest myth most of us believe about money. We grow up thinking, if I just earn more, everything would click into place. Hit 60,000? Life gets better. Hit 80,000? I'm golden. Hit 6 figures? I'll be set for life. It sounds so logical, doesn't it? Like the math should just work itself out. But here's the surprising truth backed by real numbers in 2025. Nearly 1 in 4 American households are still living paycheck to paycheck overall. And even among higher earners like those making around $80,000 or more, about 19% are feeling the exact same squeeze. Some surveys push that number higher when you factor in lifestyle habits. The extra money isn't disappearing into thin air, it's leaking out through holes we don't even see. So why does the paycheck feel so small even when the salary looks big on paper? Let's break it down step by step, super simply, like we're sitting at your kitchen table chatting over coffee. First, that $80,000 isn't what actually lands in your bank account. Taxes take their cut: federal, state, Social Security, Medicare, maybe health insurance or retirement contributions if your job offers them. For a single person in a typical state, you're often looking at somewhere around $4,800 to $5,500 hitting your account each month after everything. Not terrible, but definitely not. I can buy whatever I want. Money, especially with today's costs. Now picture where that money actually goes in real life. Housing is usually the biggest chunk. Rent or mortgage in most cities has climbed so much that a decent 1-bedroom or small house can easily eat up $1,500 to $2,500 a month depending on whether you're in a mid-sized city like Denver or a big one like New York or San Francisco suburbs. Then comes transportation. Gas, car payments, insurance, maintenance, easily $400 to $600. Groceries and eating out. Even if you try to be smart, inflation has made a basic weekly shop for one person run $300 to $400. And if you grab lunch at work or order in a couple nights because you're tired after a long day, that adds another $200 easy. Utilities, phone, internet, streaming services, another $300. Then the sneaky stuff starts piling up. That morning coffee habit turns into $20 a week, the gym membership you use twice a month is $50, subscriptions for music, cloud storage, meal kits, and that one app you forgot to cancel, another $100 or more. Before you know it, your needs have quietly become a lot bigger than they were when you were earning less. This is what people call lifestyle creep, but let's call it what it really is, the slow upgrade trap. It doesn't happen overnight with one giant purchase. It's 1,000 tiny yeses that feel completely justified. You get a raise, so you think, I can finally afford better coffee. Or, I deserve nicer clothes for work now. Or, why keep driving an old car when I can lease something reliable and fun? Each decision feels small and harmless in the moment. But add them up over months, and your new income level just becomes your new baseline. The money comes in, and it flows right back out like water through a sieve. Let me paint an even clearer picture with a simple metaphor. Think of your income like a river flowing into a bucket. When you were making $50,000, the bucket was smaller, so you had to be careful not to let it overflow or spill. But now at $80,000, the river is bigger, so you assume the bucket can hold everything. Except you never patched the holes at the bottom, the upgrades, the little luxuries, the I deserve this moments. So no matter how much water pours in, it keeps draining out at the same rate, and you're left wondering why the bucket never fills up for savings or emergencies. And here's where the psychology kicks in and makes it even harder to see clearly. Our brains are wired in ways that worked great for survival thousands of years ago, but mess us up with modern money. First, there's something called hedonic adaptation. Basically, your happiness level resets really fast. You buy the nicer apartment, it feels amazing for a couple weeks, then it just becomes normal. The excitement fades, so your brain starts craving the next upgrade to get that same good feeling. It's like eating your favorite ice cream every day. The first bite is heaven, but after a while it's just Tuesday dessert. Then there's the comparison trap. You open Instagram or TikTok and see your old college buddy posting from a beach vacation or showing off their new kitchen remodel. Your brain doesn't think, good for them. It whispers, why not me? I work just as hard. Psychologists call this social comparison, and it triggers this deep fear of missing out, FOMO on steroids. Suddenly that extra $200 on a weekend trip doesn't feel like spending. It feels like keeping up with the life you're supposed to have. In America right now, with everyone sharing highlight reels and costs rising on everything from rent to groceries, that pressure is constant. You don't want to feel left behind, so you spend to belong. On top of that, there's the instant gratification pull. Your brain releases a little hit of dopamine, that feel-good chemical, every time you swipe your card for something new. It's the same rush you get from likes on social media or winning a game. Saving money? That feels boring and far away. The reward is in the future, and our brains are terrible at waiting for future rewards. We're wired for now. So when payday hits and there's a little extra cushion, the easy choice is to treat yourself today instead of moving money into savings where you can't see or feel it immediately. Add in the scarcity mindset that sneaks up even when you're earning decently. Deep down, part of you still remembers tighter times. Maybe growing up when money was tight, or that period right after college when ramen was dinner every night. So when extra cash appears, there's this quiet voice saying, spend it while you have it, because who knows what tomorrow brings. It feels safer to enjoy it now than to trust that the flow will keep coming. All these little psychological tricks combine into one big cycle. You earn more, your lifestyle gently expands to match, your brain adapts and wants more, you compare yourself to others, you get quick dopamine hits from spending, and suddenly 80,000 feels exactly like 50,000 did, just with fancier problems. The common mistake people make isn't being lazy or bad with money. It's believing that income alone solves everything, when really it's the gap between what comes in and what goes out that matters. And that gap is controlled way more by habits and mindset than by the number on your paycheck stub. But here's the part that changes everything once you see it clearly. Living paycheck to paycheck on $80,000 isn't a salary problem. It's a system problem you can fix without needing to earn a single dollar more. The key idea is simple. Stop letting your entire paycheck be treated as spending money. Pay yourself first. Guard the gap, and let the psychology work for you instead of against you. Let's walk through exactly how to do this in a way that feels doable, not restrictive. First thing, track every single dollar for 30 days. Not forever, just 1 month. Use a simple notebook, a free app on your phone, or even the notes on your iPhone. Write down what you spend and why. You'll be shocked at the pattern. Sarah did this and realized her quick takeout lunches were actually $400 a month. Mike saw his subscription list had 11 services he barely used. Awareness alone breaks the autopilot. Second, create what I call the automatic safety net. The day your paycheck lands, before you touch a cent for fun stuff, move a set amount straight into a separate savings account you don't look at every day. Start small if you have to, $200 or $300. Make it automatic so it feels invisible. Out of sight really does mean out of mind, and suddenly that money starts growing without you feeling deprived. Over a year, $300 a month is $3,600, enough for a real emergency fund that gives you peace of mind. Third, fight the upgrade urge with a 30-day pause rule. See something you want, new phone, better car, fancier dinner spot. Wait 30 full days before buying. Write it down, set a reminder. 90% of the time the urge fades, and you realize you didn't actually need it. This trains your brain to get that dopamine from the control instead of the purchase. Fourth, simplify your baseline expenses intentionally. Look at housing, car, and food, the big three. Ask yourself, is this version still serving me, or did it creep up without me noticing? Maybe you downgrade the apartment by a couple $100 or cook 3 meals a week at home instead of ordering out. The savings add up fast, and you still live a good life, just more intentional. Fifth, build in rewards that don't cost money. Your brain needs those feel-good moments, so give them without spending. Celebrate a good month by taking a free hike, calling an old friend for a long chat, or binge-watching that show you love guilt-free. Teach your mind that joy doesn't always have a price tag. Sixth, surround yourself with different influences. Unfollow the accounts that trigger comparison. Join online communities or listen to channels like this one where people talk openly about building real wealth instead of flexing new stuff. Your environment shapes your mindset more than you think. Seventh, keep learning one small money concept at a time. Next month, focus on why compound growth matters, not the math, just the idea that small consistent savings today turn into big freedom later. It shifts you from scarcity to quiet confidence. Eighth, review every 3 months. Sit down, look at your numbers, celebrate what worked, tweak what didn't. This turns money management from a chore into a game you're winning. Watch what happens when you stack these habits like Sarah and Mike did. 6 months in, Sarah had $8,000 saved, slept better, and still enjoyed life. She just chose experiences over things. Mike paid off his car early and started a small side thing he actually loved because the pressure was gone. They didn't cut joy, they redirected it. The beautiful part? Your psychology starts working with you. Instead of chasing the next quick hit, you get this deep, lasting satisfaction from watching your money grow and your stress shrink. You stop feeling like you're running just to stay in place. You finally step off the treadmill. Friend, if you're earning $80,000 or anywhere close and still living paycheck to paycheck, you are not broken. You are not failing. You are simply human in a world designed to keep you spending. The system wants your money moving, not sitting and growing. But you have the power to change the story starting today. Drop your story in the comments right now. What's your salary range and what's one expense you suspect is quietly draining you more than it should? Let's talk about it together. You're part of a community that's figuring this out side by side. If this video made something click for you, hit that like button so more people can find it, subscribe and turn on the bell so you catch every simple money psychology lesson that actually moves the needle. Share it with one friend who needs to hear this too. You've got this. The next chapter of your money story starts with one small shift today. I'll see you in the next video where we talk about the one investing habit even smart people get wrong. Thanks for watching. Smash like if you're done with paycheck stress, subscribe for more, and remember, your salary isn't the cage, your habits are the key. See you soon!